The Vice President, His Excellency Mohammed B.S. Jallow, was received by the President of the Gambia Red Cross Society and Secretary General. VP Jallow was later briefed on the activities of the Gambia Red Cross Society by its President Fabakary Kale. The activities Kale disclosed include community outreach and emergency response.
Mr. Vice President, added to our list of improvements is the ambulance service. We call the G+. We've created an ambulance service which is different from what is currently happening in the country, because currently the ambulance service that we know about is a referral system. But we created a system where we will provide services to people and to victims of accident and so.
The Secretary General of the Gambia Red Cross Society, Alassane Senghor, discussed some key projects and interventions by his organization meant to complement government efforts in agriculture, health, and emergency response.
In terms of development, supporting government in its development work, we've, in the past 4 years, gone up to 19 villages we have supplied with boreholes with solar power and piped water to their households, 19. And this is increasing. And again, we have had about 7 communities that we have provided with boreholes and fence garden and training.
The Director of Programs and Operations, Gambia Red Cross Society, Abdoulaye Faye, and the Disaster Management Coordinator at Gambia Red Cross Society, Andrew Jaju, made a joint presentation on the work of the Emergency Operations Center of the Gambia Red Cross Society. The center is the internal command and control facility of Red Cross services in the Gambia during operations such as COVID-19 response. The Vice President, His Excellency Mohammed B.S. Jallow, acknowledged the critical role played by the Gambia Red Cross Society in national development, particularly in health, safety, and emergency response. He assured the Red Cross officials of government support and collaboration in improving services offered by the organization.
This is really a game changer that we applaud. We'll also work with the Ministry of Health to see what further support can be given to Gambia Red Cross Society. I think you also mentioned the issue of weather forecast. I'm glad you mentioned the early warning center. In fact, just this morning, the director herself was briefing me about their new systems, the weather forecast system that they are going to install. In fact, they are going to donate it to the Department of Water Resources, and I think that is going to help.
The Vice President later took the short drive to the National Youth Parliament in Kanifing. There, he was also briefed on the mandate of the Youth Parliament by its Speaker, Honorable Omar Cham.
It is our responsibility to first bridge that gap between the government and the young people, to ensure that the work that the government does is quite felt by the people in the grassroots, most especially the young people, so that that saying that they're important and integral part of the operations of government is felt in both words and in action.
The Executive Director of the National Youth Council, Alagie Mbye, thanked the Vice President for what he described as a historic visit, which will motivate the young people to be more proactive in national development.
As young people, anytime we look back and see authority support what we do, we don't need to be told. We are convinced we are on the right path. If we were on the wrong path, there is no way the Vice President will leave Banjul and come to Westfield to see what we're doing. So we don't need to be told. The fact that we are being supported concludes that we are being guided and we are on the right path, and we quite appreciate.
The Vice President, His Excellency Mohammed B.S. Jallow, then assured the youth leaders and representatives of government's commitment to empowering and enhancing the welfare of young people.
We want to be here to listen to you, to listen to your concerns and discuss and see what can be done. Not everything can be done at the same time, but just to assure you that we are on the same track, in trying to, because without the youths, you cannot develop as a country. All right, you have raised issues of irregular migration. The executive director has said it. I think they've started a dialogue today and tomorrow on that. Hopefully, some useful lessons can be learned from there and some action points that we can share to move forward.
During the visits, officials of the two institutions highlighted numerous challenges faced by their organizations. The Gambia Red Cross Society appealed for government subvention to augment their resources for enhanced service delivery, while officials of the National Youth Parliament appealed for the provision of equipment for their resource center and the establishment of an online TV for the promotion of youth activities in the country. Alagie Mbye, GRTS.